Hello students, I hope all of you are absolutely fine. Students, in our day-to-day life, we have heard the sentences like ঘি আৰু oil বেছি নাখাবা ফেট হৈ যাব, মাংস খালে protein পোৱা যায়, vitamins আমাৰ কাৰণে বহুত জৰুৰী, sugar gives us energy and we should drink plenty of water. These fats, proteins, vitamin, water, what are these? These are the components of food and they are called nutrients. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 3, components of food. At first, how you will define nutrients? The chemical substance that are needed for the growth and development of our body is called nutrients. And the study of the food and diet is known as nutrition. The nutrients present in our food are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and water. And roughage is also included in this list of nutrients. You should know that no food item contains all the nutrients that I have said. So we need to eat different foods to get different nutrients. Here, one question may arise in your mind that how a baby survives and grow by drinking only milk. As I have said that no food item contain all the nutrients. The answer is that although milk contain many nutrients, it does not contain all the nutrients. The other nutrients required for the babies are already present in their liver. So, milk is a complete food for the babies, but it is not a complete food for the adult. Students, now we will study the different groups of foods. The foods are classified into 3 different groups according to their function. The first group is energy giving foods. The foods that gives us energy are energy giving foods. Carbohydrates and fats fulfill the 60 to 80% of our energy needs. So carbohydrates and fat rich foods fall in this category. Rice is a good example of this category. The second group of food is the bodybuilding foods. The protein rich foods are the bodybuilding foods as they help our body to grow. Meat, fish, pulses, etc. falls in this category. The third group is the protective foods. Vitamins and minerals are known as protective foods as they help us to fight against diseases. Students, now we will discuss the different components of food. The first is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are made by plants during the process of photosynthesis and are stored in the plants. Sugar, starch, and cellulose are the carbohydrates. That is, they are the examples of carbohydrates. Sugars are simple carbohydrates. Their taste is sweet and they are soluble in water. Eating sugar gives us quick energy. On the other hand, starch is a complex carbohydrate. It does not taste sweet and it is insoluble in water. We get the energy more slowly from the starch as compared to sugars. Cellulose is also a complex carbohydrate. It is very tough, so we can't digest it. Cellulose is also called roughage. Now, sources of carbohydrates. Sources of carbohydrates are the food items from which we get carbohydrates like sugar and starch. Cereals like wheat, rice, and maize are the sources of carbohydrate. Fruits and vegetables like beetroot contain sugar. On the other hand, vegetables like potato and paprika also contain starch. The next food component is the fats. We get more energy from fats as compared to carbohydrates and protein. The amount of energy that we get from a gram of fat is more than twice the energy that we get from carbohydrate or protein. Fats has a very important role in our body. Fats are stored mainly under our skin. Our body uses the fat stored in our body in the absence of carbohydrate. That is, when carbohydrate is not available and energy is required in our body, then our body uses the fat for the supply of energy. Thus, fat is also known as the body's energy bank. The another importance of fat is that as it stores inside our skin, so it acts as an insulator by reducing the heat loss during the cold weather. Thus, it helps us to keep our body warm during the cold weather. Next is sources of fat. We get fats from both plants and animals. Butter and ghee are the animal fats and they are solid in room temperature. On the other hand, corn oil, olive oil, mustard oil, etc. are the fats that we get from plants and they are liquid in room temperature. The next component of food is the proteins. Protein is known as the bodybuilding component of food. That is, protein helps our body to grow. You may have seen the bodybuilding guys, they take extra protein for their body to grow bigger in size. Protein also gives us energy, but it is very low as compared to carbohydrates and fats. We use proteins to get energy when carbohydrates and fats are in short supply. The sources of protein are two kinds: animal proteins and plant proteins. Lean meat, fish, egg white, milk, and cheese are the animal sources of protein. On the other hand, bean, pulses, groundnut, dry fruits, and barley are the examples of plant sources of protein. Students, the three food components that we have studied earlier, that is carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, are known as macronutrients as they are needed in very large amount. On the other hand, there are some nutrients which are needed in very small quantities. They are known as micronutrients and they are vitamins and minerals. Now we shall discuss these two micronutrients in detail. First we shall discuss about vitamins. Vitamins are the substances that are required in very small amounts in our body. Vitamins have no role in providing energy, but vitamins has a great role to protect our body against diseases and also keep our body functioning smoothly over the time. The vitamins are known by the letters as vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Some vitamins are soluble in water and some vitamins are soluble in fat. In the absence of any vitamin, we may suffer from dangerous diseases, and this condition is known as deficiency diseases. Some sources of vitamins are butter, margarine, eggs, cod liver oil, fruits, vegetables, fish, unpolished cereals, liver, lean meat, and milk. Students, now we shall discuss about another micronutrients, that is minerals. Minerals are the substances found in soil and water. The minerals taken up by plants which in turn eaten by animals. Each minerals have specific functions to perform in our body. The main importance of minerals are: some minerals help in the smooth functioning of our body. Some are essential for the proper formation of bones and teeth. Some minerals are important for the growth and repair of our body. A lack of these minerals in our body may also lead to deficiency diseases. Students, the next food component is water. We have heard this sentence that water is life. Water is extremely important for all living things. An adult human body is made up of 60% of water. Every day we used to take water directly or indirectly. Directly by drinking the water or indirectly by drinking juices, milk, etc. We drink water to keep our body hydrated. Lack of water in our body leads to the situation called dehydration. Dehydration may lead to various critical situations and various diseases. Water has many important roles in our body, as water is the main component of blood, and blood transports the substances like food and waste and chemicals through our body. So we need to drink plenty of water to keep our body functioning well. Water also helps to excrete the waste through urine and sweat. Many substances that our body needs are soluble in water. For example, vitamin C is soluble in water. Water is essential for proper functioning of body. An average human being needs to drink about 1.5 to 2 liters of water every day.